As the storm raged on, the women of Kumba, led by the fierce and wise Amina, confronted Naya at her hut, armed only with amulets and ancient chants. Naya's dark magic flared around her, creating an eerie glow that seemed to swallow the light, but the women's voices grew louder, the unity and courage unwavering. Just as Naya prepared her final spell, Amina's amulet gleamed brightly, casting a golden light that pierced through the darkness. The village held its breath as Naya's powers weakened, her face twisting in fear and fury, until finally, a single scream shattered the silence, marking a turning point that none would ever forget. In a quiet, small village named Kumba, life went on with peace and laughter. The villagers knew each other well, from the oldest grandmother to the youngest child. They gathered at the river every morning, tended to their farms, and shared meals under the evening sky. But one day, a mysterious woman named Naya appeared in Kumba. She was beautiful and enchanting, with skin that shone like the river at dawn and eyes that sparkled like the night stars. Her smile seemed gentle, but there was a strange power hidden beneath it. Naya began visiting the market each day, wrapping herself in long, flowing cloths in rich colors of blue and green, her hair covered by a fine shawl embroidered with gold threads. The people were curious but kind, welcoming her as a stranger. However, they didn't know that her arrival would change the village forever. Naya began to take a special interest in the men of the village. She would talk to them sweetly, telling stories of lands far away. Her voice was like honey, and every man who heard it felt a strange pull in his heart. Young men, elders, even those with families, they all found themselves drawn to her. One night, something terrible happened. When the men went to sleep, they felt a sharp pain, as if something precious was being taken from them. They woke up feeling weak, and a strange, deep sadness filled their hearts. They knew something was wrong, but they couldn't explain it. In the days that followed, the men in the village became weaker and weaker. They couldn't hunt or farm. They had no energy, no strength, and worst of all, they had lost the joy they once had. The women of Kumba began to worry. They tried to help, but even their love and care couldn't make the men feel better. One brave woman named Amina, who was known for her wisdom, sensed that Naya was behind the strange happenings. Amina was not only wise but also fearless. She had once traveled to other villages and learned the ways of herbs and magic. Determined to find out the truth, Amina decided to visit Naya's hut one evening. She found Naya sitting by her small fire, humming softly as she stirred a strange, glowing liquid in a clay pot. Amina stepped forward, and with a bold voice, she asked, "Naya, what have you done to our men?" Naya looked up, smiling calmly. "I have taken what belongs to them," she replied, her voice smooth as silk. "They are mine now. Their strength, their pride, all of it belongs to me." Amina's heart pounded. She knew that this was not just about the men. Naya was using her powers to control the very spirit of the village, stealing the strength of their people. Amina realized that if she didn't act soon, the whole village might fall under Naya's spell. Amina rushed back to the village and called a gathering under the old baobab tree. She shared what she had discovered, and though many were frightened, the women decided they would not give up without a fight. Together, they planned to outsmart Naya and break the spell. Over the next few days, they prepared herbs, enchanted amulets, and crafted a powerful potion with the help of the village healer, Mama Zara. The potion would protect the women and give them the strength to confront Naya. Amina and the other women were ready to take back what Naya had stolen. As the women marched toward Naya's hut, A thunderstorm brewed in the sky, lightning cracking like an angry spirit. When they arrived, Naya was waiting for them, her smile wide and dangerous. She raised her hands, and the air around her seemed to shimmer with dark magic. Amina stepped forward, clutching her amulet, and shouted, "We will not let you destroy our village. Give us back our men's strength." Naya laughed, but Amina and the women stood firm, chanting ancient words that Mama Zara had taught them. With each chant, the air around Naya grew weaker, and her powers started to fade. In a final act of desperation, Naya tried to cast one last spell, but the potion that Amina had prepared was too strong. With a scream of defeat, Naya's powers shattered, and she disappeared into the night, leaving only a wisp of smoke behind. The next morning, the men of Kumba awoke feeling stronger and happier than they had in weeks. The village celebrated their victory, grateful to the women who had saved them. Amina and Mama Zara were hailed as heroes, and peace returned to Kumba. If you're captivated by this powerful tale of courage, unity, and the strength of tradition, make sure to like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling stories. Let us know in the comments, what would you have done if you were in Amina's shoes? Stay tuned for more stories that dive deep into the mysteries and wonders of our culture.